Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today we're going to be talking about this so-called Switch Pro model, or new Nintendo Switch revision, whatever name you want to go under to call it. But I've been seeing obviously all the rumours, all the talk, all the reports, everything coming out, and it's got me thinking about this. Versus like some of Nintendo's other revisions for hardware, and I think there's a slight worry that this thing is going to be overhyped and under-delivered, undercooked basically. And I don't want to be a pessimist because, you know, I want it to come out and I want it to be a good, significant, or a good upgrade in many ways. Maybe on the Joy-Con, maybe on the screen, all these other bits and bobs, the dock, stuff like that, like little things that could really improve the system, not just here's new components inside, because that's unlikely going to be a huge boost to graphics and processing power and all that. But the problem is, at the moment, we've got all these reports, we've got all this information coming out, and it makes me very cautious. I'm not getting myself overhyped for it, because I think, yeah, it would be nice to have a version of the Switch that has a higher quality LCD screen, has these better Joy-Con that don't break. Both my Joy-Con at this point have drift in the left Joy-Con, so having things like that, having a built-in Ethernet port on your dock, so you can, when it's docked at least, play with that. Like things like that would be awesome. Those are really cool upgrades and stuff. I will be honest, I don't really care about 4K. I don't have a 4K TV. I don't have a 4K PC monitor, so it's cool for the people that do and they want to use that system on there to make it look better. But for me, really what I would like to see is a boost in power, and I don't think we're going to be getting that necessarily. I'd love to be wrong, but I'm tempering my expectations. To me, this will basically have a new look. It will probably have a slightly bigger screen with a better display, with a better quality screen, hopefully better Joy-Con, and hopefully an Ethernet port on the dock, which is the one thing I've seen. Everything else, I can't see it having much else. Probably the buttons might feel better, like maybe the feel of the machine in your hands might feel nicer to hold, might feel a bit more like higher quality. Not to say the Switch isn't that, but maybe that they've gone back and retweaked things, and there could be a lot of little changes to this that makes it a really good package. Does it make it more worth it buying at a higher price? Well, that kind of depends on what you want out of it. If this thing ends up being real, because we're hearing all these rumours and stuff, and we're hearing about these reports, but we still don't know if this thing's real. And they're saying it's going to come out before E3. That's why I'm doing this video now, just to kind of get my 2 cents in there, kind of put my thoughts out to let you guys know that for me right now, I'm very cautious of this product. I don't know if I will upgrade. It really depends on if it comes out and then suddenly all my games start running at 60 frames a second, then that's an absolute purchase right there. Because that means that all my games are running at a much more stable and higher frame rate. If this thing's going to reduce loading times by like 20 to 30%, that's also a massive benefit and a bonus. But I just don't see those kind of things being in this system. I think what we'll get is some kind of thing that's just like quality of life improvements, but not not more RAM, not more processing power, not more graphical GPU power. But those quality of life improvements need to be significant for me to even think about buying it. Because I'll probably see it and I'll think, wow, I really want this. But then if I break it down, it turns out it's like, hey, we've got Joy-Con, or the new Joy-Con for it. So that's obviously intriguing, but I don't know if they're not going to break. And then, an Ethernet port, that's good, but, I can still buy an adapter if I don't want to have to buy a brand new system. Unless they decide to sell the dock separately, in which case that would be cool. And then obviously the new screen for handheld mode, which is going to be super important for a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure it would be a significant upgrade. But for me, it's just like none of this stuff is not exciting. It's just not game changing for me personally. I'm happy with the system I have. I don't expect games to be at their highest quality on it in terms of performance. If a game's gonna get ported and it runs at 30 frames, I expect that of the Switch. It's an underpowered machine compared to the other consoles into a PC. Not everything needs to be like pared down version, but I expect these cutbacks on these games because of what it is. It's giving you a handheld portable experience of a lot of these big AAA games now and a lot of good indie games. So, you know, for me really to be interested in purchasing a new Switch of any kind, it has to do something to boost performance, really. Or it has to have something else on there that's just super amazing for me to buy it, which I don't know what that would be right now. But, you know, hearing about that, oh, it's going to get announced soon, so that kind of has me thinking, well, you know, we'll get to see it soon, we'll get to talk about it, because I will definitely do a video on it, and give my thoughts then and there, whether I'm going to buy one or not. But, you know, we've got all these reports coming out, all these saying there's going to be games specific to it. Well, I don't know if I want to believe there's games specific to this. Like, that tells me that there has to be some kind of boost in quality and performance, which I don't think there is in it, at least not a significant amount to make a difference. What, you're going to add in like an extra gig of RAM? I mean, sure, that would maybe help like load times to be able to push things up to a steady 1080, but like, I don't know, I just feel like this is a really interesting mixed amount of messages we're getting about this system, and have been for a while now. And I'm kind of cautious. I don't think I'm going to be necessarily jumping straight in to get one of these. And if like I said, if it is real, but it's an interesting, so you can have an interesting placement, and it's something that I've been reading about, I've been listening to videos about, and I've kind of got my own opinion on it as of right now, being like, well, there's certain things. I mean, increased storage would be another good thing. Like, you know, whack that thing up to like 100 gig, 120 gig of just internal memory. Awesome. You know, like, there's a lot of things that Nintendo can do to obviously improve this system at a quality of life level as well as at a power level. But I'm expecting quality of life changes, but like I said, they have to be significant for me personally to be like, here, have some more money of mine to, you know, to hand over this thing. And I just don't think that's going to happen. I would love to be wrong, but I just don't think it's going to happen, because it's, well, it's Nintendo. So, yeah, I think we're in for an interesting time. These next couple of weeks coming up, with E3 coming, we're going to be hearing a lot. We're already hearing a ton of rumours and announcements and all kinds of stuff, and we're getting closer and closer and closer, and things are going to get revealed, and yeah, it's going to be absolutely bonkers. But right now, I'm just like, okay, we'll see if this thing comes to light. There might be a good chance that I'll stick this video up the day after it gets, you know, this video will go up, and then, you know, it'll become a reality, and then I'll be like, well, there you go. So I can talk about all the things that I've said about in this video about like wanting more than just quality of life, and then have that going forward. But again, we shall see. It's kind of a quick video, because like I wanted to just kind of get some thoughts out on this, because if this thing does become a reality, kind of my before thoughts and after thoughts if I see it and what information we have, then I can kind of discuss that and see where I was wrong or right about the thing. But for me personally, it should be an exciting announcement when it is revealed, but it's going to depend on so many factors, and right now I have no idea what the thing's going to look like, if you know, and what it's going to add to the system, to the dock, and all that good stuff. So we shall see. Coming up though, like as we get closer to E3, I do want to do a kind of a predictions video and what I actually think, like predictions of what I think Nintendo are going to do at E3, and also my wants of what I would love to do at E3, but that's something that will be coming later. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, if you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more content like this, then hit the subscribe button. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below as always. And until next video, I will see you then.